All right, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, let's run through the TA. All right, guys. So, first of all, like if you already didn't, and let's get into it. All right, so guys, today is the trap. This is what is happening. All right, that is what we got the setup for yesterday. I was talking about this in yesterday's video, and then I definitely did in yesterday's Webull update extensively. All right, in detail. And this is why, guys. This is why. All right. Listen, guys, they can do anything up here. We're at an important spot. Some guy in the comment section was like, "Oh, this is the longest way to say you don't know what's gonna happen ever that I've ever seen," or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but and what I gotta say to that, dude. First of all, I mean, I'm not gonna reply. It's a hater, but I'm gonna tell you guys like what goes through my mind when I see these things. All right, guys. First of all, I knew something was gonna happen. All right, I just didn't know the direction of said something. I knew the probabilities, and I clearly outlined, clear as day, in yesterday's video as well as yesterday's Webull update. Clear as day, no ifs, ands, or buts. All right, probabilities suggest you are getting rejection from here. We're getting signs the sellers are going to be pouncing, and that buying is fizzling. That is what we had coming, like literally coming right into resistance on everything. We had a triple bearish divergence going on here. This is on the hourly time frame, but we also had the 4-hour bearish divergence over there. All right, you had the same thing over here on QQQ, same thing on ES, same thing on NQ right there. All right, now we can check out the 1-hour time frames. All right, guys, and again, guys, obvious reaction spots. These are going to be your friends. Okay, guys. Maybe people look at this chart as, oh, you have so much clutter on here. Why do you need all this? And I say this, guys. All right, you don't need all of it. All right, it's just, you know, if you make sense of it, then it'll be useful to you. All right. If it's, you know, if it's data overload to you, then get rid of it. Who cares? All right. But all these are reaction spots, and you clearly do see they are useful, at least to me. All right. Right here, we were just straight up selling through it. All right. Impulsively, I figured we're probably not going to stop until the next reaction spot. That's what I told these guys over here. All right. And yeah, that is that, guys. That is that. All right. But yeah, it was like very obvious coming into here on the 15-minute time frame. You had quadruple bearish divergence going on here. All right, going from there to there to there. All right, right as you were coming into where bears needed to defend, because if bears didn't defend here, guys, they were getting squoze. That is exactly what would have taken place. You see what happened there? That is where they held the line. All right, this is at the Fed peak. All right, if they didn't hold the line there, all right. Well, I mean, listen, all right. It was crazy back then. I remember that. It was extreme greed was in the air. That is what was going on. Look at this. Look at that big red candle, guys. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. All right. Something I also pointed out is you were coming in, you broke your uptrend here. You can see it on the hourly time frame here. Actually, did I draw on the 15-minute? Okay. I don't know why my trend lines move. There's no way I had the trend line there, but yeah, there we go. All right. So I was pointing out in last night's Webull update, I think I pointed out, I definitely included a picture that you had broken your trend line here on SPX and you're coming in for the back test. All right. So now I'm going to actually show you. All right. So a devious trick. All right. A devious trick. And I don't know if they're going to do this devious trick, but they can. All right. They can. We're going to see. All right. We all see that they pulled this trick out of nowhere, which, you know, it wasn't out of nowhere. All right. Or it wasn't that trick. It was, over here on SPY. Yeah, this thing. All right. They pulled this trick out of absolutely nowhere. So I guess it was the same one over on SPX. All right. And as they rallied everyone on up into resistance, the obvious spot for sellers to step in. All right. Or if not, they would have just been squoze. Then yeah. All right. Now you have another trap going on. All right. This rallying on up. Anybody who was FOMOing in, you got served today. That is what happened. If you FOMOed into calls here, you got served today. All right, you have to read between the lines. All right, bring an order to the chaos. That is what we do here on the channel. Guys, if you're new to the community, welcome to the community. All right, glad to have you. All right, just know, you know, we will stay up to date here in the community. That is what we do here. And, you know, we're going to do our best to make sure these moves aren't surprises to us. All right, because at the end of the day, this move wasn't a surprise. And anyone who played puts, hey, there you go. All right, I didn't get to... I sold my last put this morning for 256. All right, I'm not even gonna cap. It is now at 707. So we entered those yesterday at 150. All right, we had one round of puts over here. Where was it? All right, entered one round of puts right there. All right, got a quick 20 to 30% out of those. All right, kept one, had added two back up here for 150, so 170, 150. All right, sweet baby Jesus. All right, guys, swinging is going to be back. All right, I still am going to stand by what I've been saying. All right, the short-term trades are going to be your friend in this market. All right, getting in and out is going to be your friend in this market. This market is full of tricks, and yeah, no, I'm just saying you should not be trying to anticipate that next move. All right, you should just pull your triggers when probability is on your side. All right, and you guys could do whatever you want. All right, but you know, I got one goal, and that is what I'm gonna do to keep inching closer and closer to that goal. All right, which all I gotta do is prove to myself you can consistently bring in money, extract money from the market. All right, so far, as we started a few weeks ago, not so bad. All right, not doing too bad. Sure, we're just gonna grow with time. Yeah, guys, in the daily time frame, I mean, everything was pretty obvious that you can now start your sell-off. That doesn't mean you couldn't squeeze on up higher, but like you had everything, all boxes were checked for you starting a sell-off here on the indices. Now, on top of that, pointing this out in last night's video, or not video, the Webull update as well. Actually, I pointed out on the daily time frame. All right, but you had one here on the 4-hour time frame as well that I think I forgot to put in there. Right, but this is something that I was watching here. All right, and now I'm just gonna point out right here. You now started forming. I think you did. No, you didn't. Okay, no, you did not. All right. I typically look for the 15-minute and 1-hour divergences on VIX over here to look for tops and bottoms for pivot points where you're going to start declining or rallying from, like over here. See if we could find one. All right, right here you had this little rally right there. All right, guess what? This drop. All right, let's that little pop right there. All right, I think you made a lower low right here. I'm not sure though. All right, but that would be one right there. You come over here to the hourly time frame. All right, you have this going on over here. So this was another reason I was just looking for the move upward. All right. And I was literally yesterday, in the morning briefing, I literally had drawn that out on VIX. And it's just because, guys, all right, when you're seeing something on the charts, right, there's no reason not to listen to the charts, right? Like right now, guys, all right, this was your obvious, hey, this was your reaction spot right here when you were impulsively selling through here. All right, this was your obvious take profit spot. But guess what? This was your next obvious take profit spot. 4715, if they really get you down here, all right, that is going to be another obvious take profit spot. Where did I put that on the chart? I think it was on the hourly time frame. Oh yeah, it was over here. All right. So yeah, these are just like, you know what? Actually, we're gonna take that off because you came down and it served its purpose when we needed it up here. All right, but now no reason not to clean up the chart, guys. But this is just another obvious reaction spot. All right, and I know my trend line just changed, right? But there we go. All right, you're like literally right here on the trend line. All right, if you do start turning this around and it turns into like a wick rejection right here, all right, of this back test, and you start turning around, there you go. All right, that's like your sign. You got a trap going on. All right. I'm just going to point out, guys, the last rising wedge you saw was right here. All right, you ended up coming down to what, like, say that was a 3-week pattern. We would have had a target. One of those targets would have been down here. All right, you came down and you hit it on the last one. If you do that this time, you're coming down to 404.35. All right, you have the same, well, not the same thing, but you also had a rising wedge over here. You already reached the trough of that one. All right. Yeah, guys, I mean, your daily oscillators here, they still can decline. You could have another day. Now, I'm also going to point out here, what other day did you see one of these massive red candles and not go lower the next day? Also, if you think you're going to turn this around today, all right, what other time did you see a massive wick like this either? All right, you opened at the high here, all right? This is clear as day. This is a seller's candle right here. This is not... Like, I'm just saying, like, you have all these massive looking candles, all right? You went lower the next day. All right, you have this massive candle, you went lower the next day. You had that big one, you went lower the next day. All right, this big one, lower the next day. All right, but again, this is massive. All right, so like you really only have a few of these. You went lower the next day. Right here, not like much lower the next day, but guess what? You went from 391 all the way down to 387. So there you go. Now you do have one right here where you gapped up the next day. All right. And this again, right here, this was actually also one of these big red candles. I know it's green, but hey, it was actually gapped up here and you sold off all day. All right, I'm just saying these things don't lead to good things. That is what I'm getting at. But I also fully acknowledge that we're right here, right before FOMC. That is tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, right here. All right, that is your interest rate statement, and then you have the press conference. Now, I've been talking about it, guys. I don't know how you're gonna like, oh, guys, it just gets worse as we go on, guys. None of these big ass red candles lead to positive price movements the following day. All right, all of them go lower. All of them, even if it's just a little lower. So I'm just gonna say right now, all right, you can go long into FOMC right now, but like, hey, all right, all of these big ass red candles are going lower the following day. All of them. I can't find a single one. Cannot find a single one where you don't go lower. All right, like what the? This one. This is pre-bear. This is pre-bear market. We're not gonna count it. We're not gonna count it. Pre-bear market. All right. But look at this. Like, you got none, guys. All right. Let's quickly clean up the chart. Get all these arrows out. But that's like a lot of freaking examples right there, and none of them didn't go lower the next day. So like, hey guys. All right, just some food for thought, and these are the insights that you're constantly gonna get here from this channel. All right, I promise you're not gonna get a lot of people during their YouTube videos willing to go back and do what I just did. All right, when in reality, these are my YouTube videos. So like, listen, people can try and create this presentation for you guys all they want. All right, but in reality, I just come here and chart with you guys. So everything's on the spot. All right, so we're coming up with insights on the spot, and if I see stuff, you know, outside of these videos, obviously, you know, then I will come and present them to you during the video. All right, but yeah, no, I'm pretty you know, community here. This is our community, guys. This is our community. It's not like others. All right, we're doing decent things, and over the years, guys, we're just gonna get better and better. All right, so VIX is actually up 20%, so that does give the S&P 500 an 85% chance of having a red day over the following two trading sessions, unless VIX is somehow going to come all the way back down and close underneath up 10%, and then that signal goes away. But I don't think that's going to happen, and that agrees with what I was just saying over here. What other massive red candle can you point to where you didn't have a down, like not even a down day the next day, where you didn't go down and make a new low? All right, that's what I'm getting at. You went down and made a new low. So if you're doing these things, boom, bop, bing, boom, pow, pow, wow with pow, wow with chow, wow. Guys, actually, these chow chows in real life are like kind of freaking crazy looking. They are freaking adorable and like majestic looking creatures. Speaking of chow chows. Okay. Getting back into it. All right, so just keep that in mind, guys. Like, also, you did just break this uptrend. You came back, and it looks like, I mean, you just like came shy of the back test here on SPX, but hey guys, there's still hope. And actually, I'm gonna point this out right now. This is another thing that goes along with my whole we're doing a trap thing. All right, you have your high, you have your high or low right here from all the way down here. Like, this is your high or low. All right, let's actually, yeah, let's go with it. All right, technically, guys, you're still in this uptrend. All right, so you have that. All right, you have that. We're not gonna count that. We got that. Higher low, higher high, higher low. No, it's not. Oh, you switched it. You switched it. This was, you're actually starting to switch trend from over here. I didn't even realize. All right. But either way, you came up and made the higher high. So like either way, we see the dealer's tricks here. All right. They're trying to switch, change the trend traders. And this is actually what I was calling out down here. Right, guys? I remember calling out like, hey, all right, technically speaking, all right, we should be sinking from here, all right, to the next, you know, reaction spot. Look, we broke down from the trading range, right? So I'm serious, guys. Dealers tricks. That is what we witnessed. All right, that is what we witnessed. I'm a believer in that. All right. Yeah, guys. I mean, you made the higher high. So are we gonna see the higher low? I don't know. All right, because like, you know, dealers tricks. But if you start seeing this, like, you know, buying pressure come into this, which you're over in the Discord, I'll let you know when this happens. All right, you don't need to just, you know, watch the charts like a hawk all day. All right, I will, you know, naturally be doing that anyway, but you know, I'm just saying, guys. All right, you really just gotta wait for your setup to pop up and at key reaction spots, and like, hey, it's not there, just, you know, do your own thing. Just, you know, do a not market thing. I don't know. All right. But yeah, I mean, personally, guys, on SPX, I'm looking for this to be a reaction spot. I don't know if you're actually going to end up coming into it. I don't know, because like I pointed out over here on SPY, you're at this other reaction spot, and that's going to mean you're coming back down to here. All right. And you're probably, look at that. There'll be a 404 gap fill over there. Oh, but the tricks, guys, the tricks. I don't know. They would bring it. But nah, never mind. You already filled the gap fill. All right. So we're going to change this to a dark green line. All right, so that'll be dark green. It was an already filled gap fill. All right, so there we are chilling there. All right, but look at this. Look at these fat divergences going on here. So that's on 3-minute time frame. I'm just waiting for them to pop up on the 15-minute time frame, and that's when you can, you know, we know things are actually starting to turn. Okay, guys, you know what? Now is the time to go long, in my personal opinion. Now is the time to start taking your shots. Okay, that's what I'm gonna get at. Okay. And let me just take you through it. All right, let me take you through my thought process right here. All right, and it doesn't mean we have to start turning here. If you don't start turning here, it's going to be over here. All right, here, right, two, what? All right, let's actually just look over here. All right, so first of all, you need your reaction spots. Okay, you have your reaction spots. You're coming in, guys. All right, so I'm just taking you guys through. Like, why are we probably gonna get a bounce here? You don't have to, right? But hey, probabilities are going to be on your side. All right. Why? All right, you have a reaction spot here on ES. You have one on at SPY over here. SPX, you're floating. NQ, you're floating. All right. I mean, technically, you do have this over here. Maybe that is. Oh, look at that, guys. Buyers are trying. They're trying to hold where they were. You know, they couldn't get through the other day. All right. So that is actually something that's taking place right now. All right. And I'm sure if we come over to QQ, we could probably see the same reactions popping up. Look at that. We get the same exact reactions popping up. And this, guys, this is why I use my zones. All right. This is the exact reason. All right. You do have this popping up as well. All right. But you have your hourly. You see what's going on over here. Let's actually. So this is something I like doing. All right. Again, this goes along with, guys, just these random insights you're gonna find on this channel are kind of, you know, sometimes they're gonna sound crazy, but then they end up working out. All right. And you're like, holy shit. Like, do you see this hourly CCI? When was the last time we had the hourly CCI? I want to know. All right, I want to know what happened last time. You got that thing that overbought. What happened? All right. You got bought back up. All right. But it was not the bottom. All right. That is something to know. You got bought up 2.5% and then you tanked. All right. So, like, from there, you kept continuing another 2.7% down. Guys, this is stuff I like to know. All right. What happened here? You got pretty close over here. You got bought up. All right. So, this is what I was saying. All right. I got a freaking. I just didn't even fucking take this position. Oh. I'm an idiot. I don't know. It's like we're right here. This is guys, this becomes the struggle of trying to do YouTube, Discord, and that. I never know. Do I alert or do that first? And now I'm recording the video. I completely freaking forgot. Is it too late? These are the things, like, guys, you have. Oh, that's why I say don't watch the market, pay attention, but guys, just be ready to pull your triggers when they count. Because right here, guys, you want to see the dollar movement? We called this thing. This is like exact. We just called it live here on the channel. All right, but I understand we're not live. All right, maybe eventually do like live streams and we could do that stuff. All right, but literally right here, guys, this is a dollar freaking move. You buy you're buying 2-day contracts right now, guys. They're up freaking 30% on that move. All right. And that's what I'm getting at, guys. So, I mean, it sucks, man. That sucks. All right. What would I play this with? All right. I'm not even going to look at the price of the contracts, but I would have used probably the 319 strike for probably either tomorrow or Friday's expiration. That sucks, man. All right. But it's okay. But this is what I'm saying, guys. All right. Like, we're not going to get the most trades. You know what? I got to catch like most of this move right here. I didn't know how far down we are going to go. All right. That's not what I'm trying to do in this market. All right. I just know I am very capable of getting into these things and taking the profits when the market gives me these profits. Right. All of you guys are as well. All right. So there's no reason not to. Right. What we can't do is know exactly where the move's going to stop. All right. I didn't know the move wasn't going to stop here. All right. I didn't know the move was going to stop here. But guess what? I'm seeing, my edge pop up, which, means like, hey, there you go. All right. That's the point of like, I'm just trying not to overtrade. All right. That's pretty much it. All right. Let's get back into it, guys. All right. Let's finish up here. All right. I want to point out DXY, guys. All right. It broke out of this descending broadening wedge here. All right, if you do see it push on up here and you see a breakout past this trend line here, all right, which is your falling wedge, just to show you where my touch points are. It's there. I just changed it today. I think that was actually during this video I changed it. All right, and I actually was seeing a bullish divergence down here. Yeah, so I was, and guys, these are things like when you're looking at all these, like people might just pay attention to one or two things, right? But I'd say like, hey, if you're gonna be flowing with the market, it's kind of a necessity to look at everything, all right? Like VIX was giving her signals this morning. All right. You had the bullish divergence over here on the, I didn't know it was going to do that. Or I did not. All right. But these are things we never know. All right. All I do know is we have continuous signs popping up all over the board. All right. But look at that. You're getting rejected right here. Oh, dude, I wish I freaking bought that bottom, man. It's like kind of in the same spot though. Ba 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 ba. That's freaking my brain's farting right now. I'm frustrated. That sucks. We're not gonna FOMO. We already got to no, guys. We're up like it doesn't have to be a lot. Okay, we're up 227.50 on the day. I'll freaking take it. All right, I'll freaking take it. There's no reason to yeah. All right, we're gonna be chilling. But I am going to show you guys in reality, this like it is a pretty solid spot for a long. All right. If you're going to swing into FOMC. All right. And like I'm just showing you. All right. On the 4-hour time frame, on the 1-hour time frame, you saw what I showed you guys over there. You had a 2.5% move on QQ. The last time you saw this condition. All right. Yes, you went down to make a new low. But yeah, you had a decent sized move there. Right. So that is the move I'm like looking for to come out of here. All right. It doesn't have to come out of here. I'm not expecting it to, but like probabilities are talking and speaking my name. That is what they're saying. All right. Yeah, guys. All right. We don't really have, I don't think we have any divergences forming on Mr. VIX yet, but you did end up popping up right here to the exact spot you got rejected at over there. All right. And then you came down for a new low. So are we about to see the same thing happen? I don't know. It really is going to happen. It's all going to matter on, it's all going to rely on FOMC, what happens. I can't believe it. These freaking puts are $650, bro. Your boy cut them at $250. All right. Well, I only had one to cut at 250. All right. Cut the rest before it closed yesterday. All right. Again, just at these obvious reaction spots, but like, it's part of the game. It's part of the game. Part of the game. Something I actually want to point out, guys. IWM, dude. I like watched this thing at 177. So like I observed this thing at the top and heavily considered shorting it instead of shorting everything else, and it died. All right. I am 100%. If you're in the Discord, just know that like just they'll be there. All right. IWM will be there for us. All right. You do actually have a bullish divergence going on the daily time frame over here. Look at the weekly though. All right. Look at that. All right, look at that, guys. I mean, we've clearly seen, all right, IWM could take a beating, all right, and it can happen when oscillators are already at extremes, all right. So, like this whole move right here, that was, RSI, it didn't have much room to fall, just like we got over here. So, are we about to? I don't know. Are we about to see markets tank going into FOMC? I don't know. I do think you're probably gonna see this bounce happen. Like I was saying in the beginning of the video, guys. Dealers tricks. All right. If I was a dealer, I would do exactly this. This is what I was saying in last night's Webull update. This is what I would be doing as a dealer. I would be bringing you down. All right, and then I'd bring you up into FOMC, or I'd take you into FOMC, and then we'd rally on that data. But I would have to know that's positive data. So. Like, the dealers probably do know this, but let's look at it this way, right? Let's say they don't know it. Their safe bet in this scenario is to rally you into FOMC and maybe just bring you into the middle here. Or maybe honestly bring you right back up to the breakout spot. So then you're right at a critical point. So a lot of people, if they are going to squeeze you up, a lot of people aren't going to take the opportunity, the long opportunity here at the best possible price. Because there you go, all right? Like no one wants to risk it for the biscuit right at, you know, at the breakout point, all right? You got rejected here, that's scary. You got rejected there, that's scary, all right? This is, you know, there you go, all right? But people are also going to be scared to do, you know, pull their short trigger right there. Or, you know, a lot of disciplined traders are going to be pulling their short trigger right there if you rally on up into it on FOMC, all right? I don't know. I really have absolutely no idea, all right? No idea how this is going to all unwind, all right? Watch it. There we go. All right. All right, guys. I gotta get back to things. And with that being said, guys, all right, respect the charts, and I will catch you guys in the next one. All right. If you haven't subscribed already, there you go. And let me actually, before I go, let me show you just how to use this. All right. It's funny. Just how to use this, all right? So all of these are muted channels, all right? So I manually muted them. You can do these yourself if you want, but this has notifications on it right here, okay? So I will post once for, yeah, I was recording a video here, and again, I didn't call out my contracts, all right? Yeah, it's freaking, that sucks, yo. That does suck. What is this bad boy doing right there? But that's what I'm saying. Like, do you see what happened here? You see why I, like, hey, guys, you see yourself hesitating like I just did? Don't you dare freaking pull that trigger. Don't you freaking dare pull that trigger, because that's when you're out of the zone. All right. You're not in the zone. If I pulled the trigger, if I wasn't recording this YouTube video and I had saw that, and again, I wasn't recording that, I'm sure I would have been in the zone and I would have pulled the trigger on the spot. All right. But guess what? All right. This is what I'm saying, all right? I would have FOMO'd into there when I did realize I didn't pull my trigger. And then guess what? It would have traded flat on me for like 10 minutes here. And now it's going up, all right? So maybe in the end, maybe I'm up a few percent now. But I would have bought in right here, and it would have been FOMO-based, all right? I wouldn't have, like, the reaction spot was down here, all right? Plus, you know, I started seeing it early over here on NQ as well. All right, so freaking beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a gorgeous little baby there. Gorgeous. All right. But yeah, guys. All right. I don't remember what I was just saying, but I'm gonna show you guys the Discord. Okay, over here. All right, and this is just for any new members in there. People were asking this morning. All right, so I'm just gonna let you guys know right now. I'm sure you guys are watching these YouTube videos. Setups. These are like, hey guys, if you're working and stuff, even if you're not working and you just like don't want to be spammed or anything. All the channels do have notifications turned off except for this one, all right? I'm going to post once per setup. Like this one was over here. This was the obvious one from literally yesterday. This was right here at the top, all right? 4:15. And then over here, I am going to be, so over there, I'll call out the actual setups. And then over here, I will be, whatever it's called. I will be, yeah, I will be updating you on the actual trades themselves that I take, going off of that, and boom, bop, bing, boo, pow, right? This, oh, Jesus, oh, Jesus. But that's what I'm saying. Like now, this is probably 40 to 50% on like a 2-day expiration if you were buying down here at the reaction spot. That's why you have to be quick in this game, or, you know, you're going to do what I just walked you through there, which is like, hey, all right, you're fighting your FOMO, and if you give into your FOMO, now you're sitting there on your hands, and maybe it goes down, and maybe like you just bought at the top, and now IV gets crushed for 10 minutes, and before you actually get to experience any of the move you know is coming, guess what? All right, well, you think you know is coming, all right? I don't know what move is coming, but that's what I was saying, all right? This is the spot. And guys, it's as quick as that. It's literally as quick as that. I saw the chart. I was like, oh, guys, this is the spot. Like, if you're going to pull your trigger to go long, this is the spot to attempt that. All right, and there could be another spot. Let's look at, we break down through here, guys. I mean, I'm going to be completely honest. I don't think this is going to stop anything. I don't, all right? I personally will be watching SPY, all right? And SPX over here, coming down into the zone, all right? That's what your next reaction spot. If you come back down into there, right, I do think, you know, you'd get a little bounce here. I think you'll probably form waterfall style sell-off, just like you were over here. All right, and you're going to come down here, and there you go. You have a bullish divergence on your RSI, all right? And that is when, you know, there you get another trigger to pull, and there you go, all right? But that's also why you have to be flowing with the market, guys. That's why I say hey, you're going to be a winner if you're in and out in this market, all right? But guess what? If you're not willing to pull your trigger taking the small money, like something I've been doing recently, is like, hey, you see quick money right there. You see a quick 15, even 15%, you see 20%, take it. Take freaking one off the table, all right? You see, like, if you see a quick 30%, take two off the table. Leave one as your runner, all right? Now you're not in a free trade, but now the one contract has to die off 70% for you to lose money on that. If I'm doing my math right, it's like 60% or whatever. All right. So, just like, set yourself up for success in this market, guys. Yes, you're going to have big winners. Like, there's that. But in reality, all right, this thing could have just given someone 20, 30% on two contracts, and you have one contract remaining by the time you come back down here. It's not such a big deal. You're not sitting there crapping your pants. Look at that. This is what I'm getting at. All right, and then the next reaction spot, say you now come down and you see another trigger to pull down here on SPY, and your stop didn't get hit on there, and you're not crapping your pants now that you're down like maybe 40% there. Oh, there you go. Now you take your three contracts over here on on SPY. All right, or well, yeah, it would be on SPY. I mean, I'm not going to be trading SPX. I did trade SPX actually yesterday, and yeah, I traded SPX yesterday. The puts I bought actually would have they would have actually I think I bought today's expiration, and I think I bought 413 put, 4130 put, and yeah, I think it probably would have 10x'd overnight. All right, I had two of them yesterday. I feel very stupid for that now that I think of that, but at the end of the day, who cares? All right, these guys, if we're able to do it in this market, I'm just saying it's going to be done in every single market. Let's freaking go. All right, let's get out of here. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.